Hello, my name is Christine Eck, and I have the honor of being the director for the Center for Sacred Window Studies. I'm also an instructor for the Postpartum Care Foundation's module of our program, which is called the Ayurvedic Postpartum Caregiver Diploma Program. And I want to share a little bit about where I come from and my motivation for being involved in this work. I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner and a birth doula and a Ayurvedic postpartum doula. And I come to this work from a very personal place and experiencing my own struggles with my first child and understanding what lack of understanding of the postpartum window can result in. And in our culture, there are so many women and individuals who are not aware of the type of care that Ayurveda offers. When I went to school for Ayurveda, I was so inspired by the amount of tradition that is set aside for women during this sacred time. And the care that I received during pregnancy and birth was so solid and incredible. And what motivates me is the lack of equality and what is there in place for pregnancy and birth and what is not there for postpartum care. And it's this motivating aspect of why I am here and why I offer my time and my efforts in this incredible team of people who I get to work with. And I want to introduce my team to you. I'm going to start with Julia Fishman, who is an Ayurvedic practitioner and who does consciousness training for so many. Julia is our Foundations of Ayurveda instructor here at the Center for Sacred Window Studies. Julia, what is sacred and why sacred window?
Hi, hello everyone. So I'm Julia. I'm here with this incredible team, and sacredness to me is a connection to the divine, connection to a bigger picture. So as I travel around the country and sometimes the world and teach people awareness and consciousness trainings, I take them from where they are and bring them to who they can be or want to be. And that transformation, I consider it sacred. So every moment where we connect with something, connect something small within us with something bigger outside of us, is the moment of transformation. And that process to me is sacredness. So it doesn't have to have anything with religion, doesn't have to do anything with any tradition, but I believe that Ayurveda and Western medicine can come together in a sacred union where we all learn how to hold the space for the baby to come into the world through a mother that is supported. So for a long time, I've been looking for a place to put my energy into the world and change the world from the inside out, one being at a time. And I believe it starts with mothers. So what is sacred to me about it is the fact that that's where the spark of the connection and teaching the connection between beings begins, right there in the family. And as we expand it into the rest of the world, I believe that will change the world. So that's why I'm here, and this is why this window is so sacred. And I believe that it can be expanded into lots and lots of different parts of the life, but this is the very beginning. So that's why I'm here, and this is why I'm here to support it. And I believe that Ayurvedic knowledge, Western knowledge, and knowledge of consciousness and awareness can marry all those beautifully. And specifically, it becomes even more sacred when we do it together as a team. So that's why I'm here, and I'm super happy to be here and hope to stay for a really long time.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. It's so true. Thank you, Julia. So next I'd like to introduce you to Charlotte. Charlotte Sternkind is our Ayurvedic Touch for Postpartum instructor. And Charlotte is a massage therapist and an Ayurdoula, and has had such a range of experiences with so many families. Charlotte, what brought you to this work?
Quite simply, you could say it was life or karma. I've got such a strong desire throughout life to work with the mother. Sometimes that manifests as Mother Earth and how we can ground as people on this planet. Sometimes it is working with the babies, but mother overall is where my attention is focused. So being a very, very strong mother advocate, the part of Ayurvedic postpartum that really spoke to me was about helping mama reestablish her best healing. Literally, those 42 days can help for 42 years. So it's such a marvelous thing to do. And I've seen even huge benefits when I go in like an outcall and do a massage and talk about principles of more delicious fat on the inside too. And mamas are re-energized and reinvigorated. So I practice compassionate, healthy touch. And because the 5 of us only have 10 hands, I want to bring this work through sacred window studies to many more caregivers so we can treat the world.
So beautiful. Thank you, Charlotte. I would like to introduce you now to Ashlee Wilkin, who is our Cooking for Postpartum instructor. And Ashlee is here with her laser. Ashlee is an Ayurvedic practitioner, a massage therapist, birth doula, postpartum doula. She has had such a vigorous professional practice. And Ashlee, the question I have for you is, where would you like to see this work move as we go into the future?
So the thing that inspires me the most about doing this work, kind of similar to what Julia said, is that it is the opportunity to change the world at the very beginning stage of a little being's life. And it really starts with creating and fostering that womb-like experience for the family to transform, for the mom to transform into this new incarnation of herself, and same thing for the partner, and same thing for this new little being that's coming through and into their lives. And so ultimately, my greatest vision and our vision as a school is for this work to trickle out and transform how we in the Western world perceive postpartum, and how we support families, and how we support mothers coming into themselves. And so to me, this work is really all about transformative community building. And so it is, yes, about the small family unit, but it's really also about extending that education and this information out so that it transforms the entire community and our culture as a whole. Because like you said, Christine, we don't have a strong postpartum supportive culture in the Western world typically. Like, those traditions have been lost. And so Ayurveda provides this beautiful lens for supporting a mom in the postpartum time period, both physically, but also spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Like, all of those pieces come into play. And so to me, this work is profound, and it's amazing. It's amazing to be able to witness that transformation occur. And it's also really powerful to see the ripple out effect of women that receive this care, how that impacts their community and their families. Because generally, as a culture, we don't allow ourselves to receive. And so each woman that receives this kind of care is also giving permission to her greater community to receive this kind of care as well. So one baby, one family at a time, we're changing the world. And I'm super blessed to be here with all of you wonderful women.
Yeah, truly. So I'd like to introduce you now to Tona Leiseth. Tona is also one of our instructors. She taught our Cooking for Postpartum module as well. And Tona also has such a rich background of Ayurveda and co-founding a wellness center and opening up a retreat center and just really providing a lot of Ayurvedic postpartum care as well. And Tona, the question I have for you is, what inspires you to do this work?
Thank you. And I also am so happy to be here and be a part of this lovely team. Thanks, ladies. The inspiration is so vast. I don't know that it's even easy to put into words, but my first inspiration came from watching my close friend group. Many of us don't have family that lives close to us. And I live in Montana, and previous to this lived in Idaho. So we had some fairly limited resources when it came to both birthing and postpartum care. And it became really obvious to me that, we used to operate in this tribal setting with family and friends, and everyone cared for the mom and the baby. And in the Western world, that's more difficult to find these days. So it really inspired me to step into that work and to try to learn what I could so that I was able to step in and help people that I cared for. And I don't know how to explain how special it is when you get to step into the sacred window where the mom and that very new little spirit, that little baby, is there. And everyone is vulnerable and everyone is fresh and everyone's stepping into a new role. And as Ayurvedic postpartum doulas, we get to step into that space for a period of time. And our job is to support and nourish and love. And I don't know if you can have a better job description than that. So just getting to know these beautiful people and growing community. And I think that leads into what everyone else was saying, like by sending love and nourishment and growing our community, we're just helping the world to become a stronger, better place. So
Thank you so much, Tona. Yes, I feel so synchronistic with all of these incredible women. And we hope that this has allowed for you to hear a little bit of our thoughts and our voices. And we are really here to help build community around this work, and for all the other practitioners and caregivers and people involved in pursuing better postpartum care for families all around the world. We hope you reach out, and we hope that we can help make this community strong and steadfast. And thank you so much for listening.